Ned Nwoko clarifies age. Senator Ned Nwoko has addressed renewed controversy surrounding his marriage to Nollywood actress Regina Daniels, dismissing claims that she was 17 at the time of their union. In a statement on Facebook, the Delta North lawmaker said Daniels was 21 years old when they met in 2019. He explained that she presented her INEC voters card showing her date of birth as October 10, 1998. Nwoko said he retained the card as evidence and pointed to a BBC interview granted by Daniels' mother after their wedding, which also confirmed her age. The senator stressed that their marriage took place 6 years ago, making Daniels 27 years old today. He described reports suggesting otherwise as false and misleading. Nwoko further urged the public to disregard recent allegations linking him to Daniels' reported drug addiction and mental health challenges, insisting such claims are baseless. He advised the public to treat all such statements with caution until facts are verified. Regina Daniels and Ned Nwoko, they've been in the news for about 2 weeks just now, and it's been from, one scenario to another scenario, from the scenario that showed, her being, crying, sitting on the floor and saying she does not have peace in her husband's house, she's a queen in her house. It has, proceeded over time to this. What are your thoughts on this report?
It's a very interesting one, because it's been trending closer to a month now. I've covered it on my show as well. Now, every day there seems to be a new facet to this. There seems to be a new angle. Now it's that she was 21. People are stating, people closer to her insisting she was around
17 at the
time. And he's stating that he has her INEC voter's card. If that is indeed the case, then he came with receipts. And that's one thing I seem to admire about him. Whenever he's making a statement, there seems to be some sort of physical evidence. While in the case of Regina Daniels, a lot of people are accusing her of throwing a lot of stories out there and seeing what sticks and grabs the most public sympathy, because there have been so many changes. Initially, she denied the drug use. Then she came out, she said he's responsible for why she's dependent on drug use and she needed it to be with him. And there are so many facets. Even when her brother, apparently he's in prison in Nasarawa State, Ned Nwoko came out with videos showing how he was moving around his house, threatening people, shouting, because for one time, because they told his girlfriend to leave the house, he came out and was like, oh, how will Ned Nwoko tell his own girlfriend to leave? How do you go into someone's house and tell them that, why would they not allow your girlfriend into their house? So he seems to just have a lot of receipts. So at this point, he seems a more credible source than Regina Daniels. And that's my humble take on it.
No, I mean, you have pointed out to the other angle as regards the drug intake. Let's talk about that. Now, he did make the accusation that he wants her well, right, so she'll be able to take care of her children. And when that report came out, lots of people were really on the fence with it, because I did talk to a guest of mine about it, and his assertions were, this is a ploy to discredit her and make her lose custody of the children. But, a few days ago, we got Regina Daniels come out to say, oh, yes, I do drugs, and so what? What do you think, looking at it, looking at the status of the people involved in this, in this scuffle? Regina Daniels is, she's been a child actress from a very young age, and she's grown into fame and has become the favorite of a lot of people. Ned Nwoko is a well-respected member of the Senate. When you look at the structure of those people talking about drug abuse and NDLA is just sitting by, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, first off, I was never going to believe Regina when she denied the drug use, because there are far too many videos on the internet released by both her and her brother showing her when she's either very high or taking something that will get her high. Seen videos of her puffing, as they say. So the drug use was always there, it was always known. Now, when it comes to the caliber of the people involved, like you said, her husband is a senator, a sitting senator in Nigeria. So we tend to have this thing where the rules don't apply to you once you are past a certain bracket. So I'm genuinely not surprised that NDLEA has not said anything, because these videos have been online. If they wanted to move forward with an investigation, they would have done so a long time ago when she started making these posts. But she's the senator's wife. That's always going to be their first consideration. Maybe now that she and him are falling out, if he decides to reduce or remove his sort of protection over her, because obviously she's a senator's wife, if they move for her, he can make their lives very difficult. So if it gets to a point where he cuts ties and they go their separate ways, maybe to use her as a scapegoat, sort of, the NDLE might come out and do like, okay, we're investigating Regina Daniels, just to sort of so that they are still active, that people are, nobody's above the law, which unfortunately doesn't really seem to be the case. But, okay.
No, go on.
But yeah, the inconsistency again, you know, you pointed out where she said, oh, initially she denied. And she came out and was like, oh, who doesn't do drugs? It's normal for people around my age bracket and things of that nature. You know, she's making her life very difficult. Because now people don't, everything she says is being, people are reading between the lines. But Ned Nwoko comes out and he seems very concise, very straightforward.
Do you think that is because of her age and his age? I mean, life comes with experiences. When you have experienced life, you know, to the point Ned has experienced it. You can compare, oftentimes you can compare the reasoning of someone that is 17 to someone that is 45. Right? Except the person that is 17 is exceptionally gifted. And we do have people like that. Right? But ordinarily, when you look at it critically, you say, okay, you know, the pang of thinking on the 47-year-old should be way higher than the pang of thinking on a 17-year-old. Do you think that is why she has come out to make several unguarded statements, you know, which, you know, doesn't seem like she has good counsel, as it were, as opposed to Ned, given his experience?
Minus the age thing, we seem to forget that Ned Nwoko is a lawyer. He's a lawyer first and foremost before he became a senator. So he knows how to arrange these things. That's why every time he makes a post, there's something physical, something tangible that people can look to. He's not just posting accusations. Now, for Regina Daniels, I believe she should have a better circle, because it seems those around her cannot provide good counsel to save her life. Right now, first things first, in this situation, she's very distraught. Most of those videos should not have even been posted. The video of that night where she came out on the streets and the security were trying to get her back into the house, and where she made her famous statements, oh, in my house, I'm a queen. In Ned Nwoko's house, I am nothing. That video should have never seen the light of day, because it was being recorded by her entourage. It was her people that recorded the video. It was those same people that posted it. A while later, I think she and Ned Nwoko had some sort of settling, and then she went back and I was like, people should stop talking about her issues online. You brought it online. And a couple of days later, she moved out of the house and started making posts again. So whoever is around her, she should just cut as many people in her present circle off. Because the original video that started this whole conundrum was made by her friends. It's all well and good to say you're recording to keep her safe. What's the point in uploading it? Because now you've uploaded it, you've put her out of the public spotlight. But regardless of how this thing ends, she's always going to get a lot of hate. She's always going to be known as that actress that used drugs and she ruined her home and things of that nature. So they've opened Pandora's box. You can't just put it back in. You can't just put something online and then say, oh, everybody, the internet, forget we posted this. It was, now just go back to your normal lives. Then the other time she came on, she was saying, oh, she's suffering, that why are people sleeping when she's going through something like this? And you said we should leave your issue. Now you're coming out to ask Nigerians why they are sleeping when you're going through all this. What exactly does she want? I feel, yes, as she was 17, or she was around her teen years when she got married. But now she should have, at least, as a celebrity, you should have media training. You should know things, what to say and what not to say. There should be that sort of media training as a celebrity. So I believe with her status, although unfortunately in Nigeria we don't care much about character, it's all about who has money and who doesn't. But if things were properly within her circle, she should have a lot of media training. The first thing she should have done was take away her phone. She should not be posting in that state. It makes no sense. But as Ned Nwoko described them, they are enablers. Whatever she wants, they are giving it to her when she doesn't need it, when she needs something else. So it's quite difficult. It's going to be quite difficult for her to stage a comeback from something like this, because now everybody looks at her a certain way.
Sadly so. One more thing before we move to our next discussion. Now, over time, people, popular celebrities, and well, right, it's not every popular celebrity that is married to someone of the caliber of Ned Nwoko, being a current sitting senator. You talked about coming outside to air their issues. Why do you think we usually have that? We had that a little bit when Two-Face was going through his situation with his wife. We've had it with several other people. Why do you think couples don't sit down internally, try to fix their problems if we are unable to fix it? And I can point to one celebrity that seemingly was able to, you know, nip that in the bud and manage it. I think that's Basket Mouth. When he fell out with his wife, Elsie, he was able to, you know, they just came online and said, okay, we've splitted. Till today, nobody has the back end of what happened with the story, what caused the disruption. Why do you think, you know, some of the celebrities in the public sphere and in public light are unable to reflect that sort of action and nip their challenges in the bud?
A lot of times it falls down to validation. Everybody wants to feel that they're the ones that are right. And what better way to feel like you're in the right than everybody telling you you are in the right? So with a lot of times when these celebrities, sometimes it's for clout. It's for clout, just to boost their fame with their marital issues. And besides, for an example, Will and Jada Smith, she has written books about the failures of their marriage. She's gone on talk shows about how she slept with her son's friend. They are wealthy. The money is not their problem, but that clout, she just wants to be. So I feel the trickle is the same. A lot of times, it's either they're chasing validation or they want to use the story for clout. And it's unfortunate. It's like the example of Basket Mouth, where till today, nobody has the back end of that story. They kept it in-house. Whatever happened or didn't happen, they kept it between themselves, decided to part ways discreetly. And that's one thing a lot of people fail to understand. We can have falling outs. We are humans at the end of the day. It may not work out. But that doesn't mean that I have to trash you in the public space, or I have to use your name to garner public sympathy. If it's not working out, we do our best to let each other go.
Thank you so much for your insights on that report.